broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Cleveland. They're in second, looking to take over the first one. And, of course, there's the 76ers. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for on his feet. Number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
Pass to Austin. Back to James. The shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. James outside. Pass to Sexton. Back to James. Very pretty alley-oop layup. We've seen Shea in more than a handful of games so far now. There's a lot to like about what he's been able to accomplish since getting the chance.
Really, you just have to wonder why the team didn't find more minutes earlier on. It's been clear with how he has come in and had an instant impact that he'll be a factor in this league.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Thibault. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Simmons with it. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Thibault. But Trey. Cavaliers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spot.
As long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Can't let Embiid get comfortable inside. When he's this close, he's adept at burning the defense.
Austin kicks to James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Deflects the pass. Floats it up for James. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Richardson. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 2-point Cavalier lead. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. And here is Garland. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami.
While he was doing that, dropped his buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. He had a tremendous night facilitating.
Now, here's Richardson. He has 7. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Murray's checked in for Garland. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Richardson. And Embiid, no good on that one.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside, Simmons shoots from the block, and that one good. Simmons got the game tied up here for Philadelphia. And the NBA veteran Lou Ba'amute hosts a camp every summer in Cameroon. He basically was forced to attend it, and the rest, Chris, is history.
Yeah, 16 years old, so he moved to the U.S. He didn't speak English. He was getting teased and bullied. They laughed him out the gym, and that's when his competitive nature took over and carried him to greatness. I hope he's laughing now.
outside for Murray. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. You look at James, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
James against Simmons. Nance with some nice D.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz checked in for Burks. Simmons dishes to Embiid. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Chris, as skilled as he is often. Oh my goodness. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 18. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Alec Burks is out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the small post.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Richardson the pass to Horford. Poked loose and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Wednesday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that Raptors game, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The drive by James, and the shot goes in. James has got 10 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Pass to Thibault. Clock at 6. Back to Richardson. They double him with James. Pass to Burks. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for James.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Richardson the bounce pass. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Burks.
I like when Harrison attacks in the paint. He's got the size and length to make that work.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Horford kicks to Harris. Pass to Thibault. It doesn't go for him. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Horford, no luck.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
And they double up James to the inside, and stolen by Richardson. Burks looking around. And there's the pass to Thibault. Five on the clock. Out to the right wing. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Porter with the steal. Now James. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. The wide open look here for Garland. No good on the three.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here, and James throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Harris misses.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Al Greer. That's a good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
And Cleveland making a change here. Zizic has checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Embiid's checked in. Garland the pass to Austin. James the bounce pass. The kick out to Porter. Floats it up for James. He logs up the alley-oop pass. Embiid with the steal. Here's Thibault. And the three off target.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Over in the corner, Osman. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for James. Averaging 40 points, 14 rebounds, and just over 3 steals. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Simmons. 3rd in steals, 6th in assists, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by James. Garland's got his second bucket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Simmons passes to Harris. Feeds it to Embiid. That one misses. James with some nice D. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 15-4 run right now. It's good.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Hits it from three-point range. Harris has got 5 points so far.
This speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Look, shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
He kicks to Embiid. Richardson outside. Passes it to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Harris misses.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Pass to Austin. The kick out to Porter. On the wing, James. To the paint. Osman, the pass to Zizic. Here's Osman. Back to James. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. There's Porter with the three. Good, and the assist goes to James. He's got 6.
The feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cavaliers ahead. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. James comes in for Kevin Love. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Porter. And Murray's subbed in for Colin Sexton. Jay out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Murray. Then there's Garland. And it's Osman in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. The Cavaliers, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Exum, he's checked in for Garland. Count that bucket. That's 10 points for Ben Simmons.
I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Look, it's all about Thompson's vertical. He jumps up fast to make sure he taps in on that alley-oop.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Thibault. He's covered by Thompson. Embiid, no good.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Pass to Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, Murray. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger-happy with that aspect, coach first, and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. It's not. It's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you developed. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. James, no good. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Thibault, the pass to Milton. Simmons with it. 10 points for him.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Nancy's checked in for Cleveland.
I mean, you got to love the skill set that Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
6 to shoot. Here's Thibault, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Cavaliers with possession here. And here is James. He's got 23. Throws it up high. Embiid with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
James, the pass to Nance. And stolen by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. finished off the break.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
He pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. The pass to Thibault. And here's Embiid. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Thibault from deep. And James pulls it down. And so James will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Except for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. Game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
To the middle. And that one's good. Thibault's got 6.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
James against Embiid, and stolen by Simmons.
Yo, check Simmons.
Here's Thibault, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Floats it up for James. Embiid with the steal. 32 seconds left to play in the third. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Embiid's got 10 points in the quarter.
It's not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
James, the bounce pass. Murray, the pass to Osman. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Now for Cleveland. James checked in for Zizic. Bell comes in for Nance. And it's Sexton in for Jetty Osman. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Josh Richardson. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Ben Simmons. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Scott. He's out there with Harris. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Korkmaz. And it's Neto in at the 1 spot. To the inside. No. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How about the evolution of Bell? I mean, can we talk about that? He's looking more assertive and confident when giving the ball.
Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? I mean, that's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Harris, no good.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
James kicks to Sexton. On the wing, James. Murray, no good. Philadelphia has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. A nice shot by Harris.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work for getting after it on the glass.
The feed now to James, and James throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. That's tipped and stolen by James. To the left wing. Lets it go. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by James. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Philadelphia shooting a meager 37% for the game. On the way, Harris. Over Bell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace. Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Neto. It seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
They get it back. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Cavaliers. James, the pass to Bell. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
They're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Neto kicks to Harris. Pass to Korkmaz. No good from outside. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Basket counts. Bell's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Philadelphia. Neto, the pass to Harris. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
There's the pass to O'Quinn. And it's Neto in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Passes to Scott. Over Exum. And the rejection by James. And the dunk by James.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James.
Well, he's had an effect on every part of this game, a triple-double. What more can you say? It's been a one-man show. Today was his day.
And the rejection by James. And he gets it back. And he recovers it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. No good on the free throw. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. And he sinks the second.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
And it's Exum in the corner. Back to James. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 35.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they're playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helped, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. Jay, congrats on the win and another triple-double for you. How are you able to do this so consistently?
Hey, DA, man, you know the key for me is to bring the energy on both ends of the floor.
All right, David, thank you.
All right, game ball goes to the guy who fully dominated tonight. All right, the guy that made the other team adjust to what he wanted to do. That's what it's all about. Get up here, Che.
Sure.
Nice work, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Coach. All right, fellas. First off, I want to thank the bums in the other locker room for letting us put a whooping on them. You feel me? Nah, guys, for real though, man. Let's keep this thing going, all right? Let's do this, all right? Keep that energy up, man.
Yeah.